Right now, I'm at the food court trying to catch a bite. I'm really starving. I haven't eaten since morning. Let me move the camera around and show you restaurants everywhere. Restaurants everywhere. Yeah, so I just made my order and I'm waiting for service. So meanwhile, let's chat a little bit. You know, I realized one thing, that most of these restaurants are not from here, or are owned by people who are not from here, Uganda. But the thing that you know, I would like to emphasize is that you know, when I went to order my food, I looked at 1 or 2 or 3 restaurants, and everywhere I went, tried to ask for a healthy meal, or a meal that I consider healthy, local food and bodybuilding food. But to my shock, not really my shock, because I already know this, but to my dismay, most of the food that builds the body at these restaurants is expensive for, you know, a middle class, okay, let me not use that word, for a person like me who is in the streets surviving, trying to survive, you know what I'm saying? And it's the junk food that is within range, you know. And you know, I already talked about this, and I discussed this with a brother some time back. He did say that these guys are trying to kill us. They're trying to kill us through the food. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to kill us through the food. And most of the cheap food that is available for us, poor people, is poisons. Most of the food is poisonous. It's not healthy, it's not bodybuilding, it's just poison, you know what I'm saying? I also watched in the news a few days ago, and I saw that Bill Gates in the US is buying chunks and chunks of farmland. And then I listened to a brother from YouTube, and he was giving his explanation and his opinion why Bill Gates is doing that. And he did mention something that stuck with me. He said, and this is clear, we all know this, Bill Gates is a control freak. Oh, population control freak. Bill Gates and his team are about reducing the population of the world, but especially the population of the black man. Now, the brother did say that the reason why Bill Gates is buying all this farmland is so that he can grow food, which food will be fed to the poor people. You know, cheap food, poisonous food, genetically modified seeds to feed the poor people, the black people especially, and then causing their demise. You know, so it's high time we rise up. I really want to salute brothers and sisters who contacted me wanting to buy farmland in Uganda and start a farm where we can grow crops, natural crops, original seeds, not genetically modified foods, because that is a poison. You know, you wonder why cancers are very common these days. It's lifestyle, what we put in our bodies. And it's true that what we put inside our bodies is either medicine to build the body and keep the body fit. And if it's not medicine, is outright poison. And that's what they are trying to do with the genetically modified seeds, you know. And also to comment about the genetically modified seeds, people. Did you know that if you grow corn from genetically modified seeds, you know, when you get genetically modified seeds of corn, plant them, and when you harvest, back in the day with original seeds, you would, you know, put aside a few kilos for the next season to replant. But you cannot do that now with the genetically modified seeds. They cannot grow again. So what you do is you go buy the seeds from their shops, and plant it in your gardens, and at harvest, you can't do the same. You can't set aside portion of your harvest for replanting. You have to go back to their shops to buy more seeds. What does that tell us, people? These guys are trying to, there is a game going on. And let me know if you agree with me. There is a game going on, because why would they do that? So in my opinion, what they are trying to do is they are setting us up. You know how America weaponized their dollar, where if you don't agree with them, where you don't do what they want you to do as a country, they cut off supply of their dollar. So basically they weaponize their dollar. So you have to do what the Americans want, or else you can't trade in their dollar. Now, this is coming with the food. When we let that sleep, which we are doing, when we let it sleep, when we allow that to happen, boy, we are over as a race. I'm talking to you, my black brothers and sisters. We are over as a race. So number one, it's not black people producing or responsible for the genetically modified seeds. Who is it? I think you all know who is responsible for that. You know? And what sense does it make? They come with all excuses, which I have to blame our politicians, because they are complicit. They accept this. They come with excuses. You know, we are trying to combat famine. We are trying to come up with foods or seeds that are adaptive to climate change. Listen, man, get out of here, man. I don't want to hear that. That's BS. You know, when the enemy has an agenda, he packages it in a way that's believable. He packages it in a way that you can believe. You know what I'm saying? So there's a problem. We are headed for danger, guys. We have to rise up, take matters into our hands, and do something. Otherwise, we shall have no explanation to the future generations, to the future of the kids. So going back to the point I'm trying to make, as America weaponized their dollar, okay, sanctions, this and that, how sure are you that they will not use the food, you know, whoever is coming up with the genetically modified seeds, to say that, hey, look, you must do this, you must agree with this, and if you don't, we will not supply you with any food. And by that time, the original seeds will have been erased. There will be no more. So guys, I need us to look at the bigger picture. Let us look at things not from outside, but also from the inside. You feel me? Let's do something. So, I want to thank you so much for supporting Mugi. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate the support, the comments, the likes, the subs. Please continue subscribing, continue supporting, and we added a join button to the channel. So if you really feel you would like to support the work that I do, please consider becoming a member of the channel. You know, you can make, you can send a super sticker, you can send a super chat, you can send, you know, just to support your brother, man. I'm appealing to you. I also have Patreon. Link is in the description. Go out there and check me out on Patreon. Support the brother. That's what I'm saying, man. So anyway, I need you all to give me what your thoughts. Why you think Bill Gates is buying almost all farmland in America, and also what you think the agenda is with the genetically modified seeds. Is it really producing seeds that they say, or as they say, are resilient and adaptive to climate change, or there is an agenda? So oftentimes we look at things from the outside and not the inside, and that leads us into danger. So when we let this slip, the next generation will have questions for which we may not be able to give answers. We need to rise up. We need to work, not just talk. Not just talk. Talk and talk and talk. You know, talk is cheap, man. Last time I had someone, that's what he said. Talk is cheap, but action, you know, get off of your ass and put the work in and see the change that you would like to see. All right? So I'll end on that note. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about the Bill Gates situation, and as well as the genetically modified seeds. They're being pushed a lot, and you know, it is really disgraceful that we Ugandans, Africans, we black people, we knew how to rear animals and as well as grow crops, and from the animals we would get the manure and things. But it's a disgrace that we are importing manure. Does it make sense at all? We are importing manure, guys. It's a shame, and we have to take the blame. We can't blame anyone. We are complicit in our own demise. How can you buy manure? How? Tell me how. I mean, it don't make sense to me. Why should we be spending money on manure? And most importantly, manure is not made here. Manure which is made away from Uganda. No, I don't support that. And on this farm that I'm planning to establish, obviously with your support, with the support of a group of people who really contacted me, and we are in talks. I really hope that this comes to pass, and we are able to do something. I'm really hoping, and I'm calling upon you. Please don't end at talking. I done told you already, talk is cheap. Don't just talk. Let's put in the work. Let's do something. All right, guys. I'll end on that note. Peace. I'm out.